Hi, welcome to my studio. I'm Sarah and it is autumn, so I thought, why not make a character inspired by autumn? I think fall is my favorite season, with the leaves changing to such pretty colors, the weather finally cooling down, and just all of the activities that come with fall. For some reason I drew the hair before the rest of the face, which I never do. I did end up redoing it. I imagine this character has a rounder face with pretty prominent freckles and slightly tan skin, because I'm thinking she spends a lot of time outside. Her general aesthetic is very cozy, with like cottagecore and coffeehouse aesthetics on the side. As far as her clothing style is concerned, lots of sweaters and plaid jackets, overalls and jeans, boots, Converse, that kind of thing. She usually dresses pretty nicely, but since she's outside a lot, she doesn't care if her hair gets messy or if her clothes are wrinkled, if you get my point. Now, this is actually a redesign. I've had ideas for characters inspired by each season for a while now, but I haven't really drawn them. I have lots of inspiration I've collected from Pinterest though, and a rough first design from a couple of years ago. Since they're not new characters themselves, I have drawn my other season-inspired characters in an animatic, but I haven't had a chance to fully flesh out and explore their designs. Originally, her name was Autumn, so creative, I know, but I've changed it to Brooke. I feel like it fits her, and it still has a naturey, autumny vibe. Thinking of different fall activities, Brooke likes to do a lot of things. Having bonfires and s'mores with friends, making her way through corn mazes, going to festivals, carving pumpkins, and just being outside. Being outside in the chill gives Brooke energy and makes her really happy, which apparently there's a word for that, bracing. She's very much an animal person, and I've decided that she has a red golden retriever, like I do. He's basically the same color as the leaves. One of Brooke's hobbies is photography, taking pictures of all the pretty leaves and plants. She likes to preserve them before they die, so she has lots of pressed flowers on bookmarks and the like. Also, this almost side profile gave me so much trouble. I'm just glad I didn't get frustrated with it. I cut the footage of me struggling, but know that I had to completely redo the face like 4 times. For Brooke's other hobbies, I try to think of fall activities that she would do a lot more than others, like hiking and camping, baking pies and cookies, getting cozy and journaling. She likes to curl up in a chair by the window with her dog and a blanket, turn her string lights on, and journal with some chill music playing in the background. She would be one of those people with lettering and colorful highlighting all over her Bible. Brooke doodles on her hands and arms a lot too, although the little ghosts and pumpkins are usually covered up by a sweater. Brooke loves coffee, especially pumpkin spice lattes. Which it's kind of funny I decided that because I personally don't particularly like coffee, but pumpkin spice lattes are definitely a big thing when it comes to autumn, so how could I not? Her favorite food has to be chocolate chip pecan pie, although she likes pumpkin pie too. So coloring her hair here, I accidentally grabbed the wrong brown, which isn't a huge deal, but it's much darker than I intended her hair to be. I'm going for a light auburn. I'll fix it later with colored pencils, but I attempted to fix it a little bit with the markers. For the jeans, I did this bright blue first and then toned it down with a blue-gray. Picking Brooke's favorite color was hard, but I decided on amber, because that's the main color of the autumn leaves around where I live. I wanted to try and get that cozy string light vibe of a scene here, and I think it looks really cool. The bright white center really pulls the glow of the lights together. To get a strong lighting or glowing effect on an object or person traditionally, I only color where the light hits with the lighting color. In this case, it's yellow, so where the light hits Brooke, I don't color in her shirt color there, it's just the yellow of the light. Since I'm trying to personify fall, I want Brooke's personality to reflect some aspects of the season. Like how the leaves and everything are changing, I imagine she's able to go with the flow and adjust pretty easily to change. Although her mood changes a lot too, so mood swings. But generally she is a very friendly and inviting person, like the warmth of coming inside from the chill of outside. She loves hanging out with people, although she can definitely be cold and closed off sometimes, like how different things are going into hibernation this time of year, and the cold can be very bitter. This tree scene is a lot like one of the ones I did in my Ahsoka spread. I tried to be more abstract, I guess, with the leaves. Now, earlier I said I was going to fix her hair color with the colored pencils. I kinda did, but it's still darker than I intended. It still looks pretty good. I love rendering hair. I'm hoping to post a short tutorial on how I do it soon. I know it's been a while since I first mentioned it. Obviously, Brooke's color scheme is inspired by autumn, with her reddish hair and the warm, fiery colors of her outfits. For her white shirt here, I picked a warm gray for the shadows to fit the color scheme of the rest of the page, compared to a cool gray. I blended the shadows of the jeans out with a colorless pencil, because I wanted that teal blue of the marker layer to shine through. I almost forgot her freckles. The plaid was interesting to draw. It's way more confusing when you try to actually draw all the stripes, trying to keep track of the different layers, but I think I got it to look enough like plaid, albeit with a bit more blue than I intended. But since blue is the complementary color to orange, there are blue accents here and there, like her jeans and here on her jacket and a couple of other places on this spread. I tried to keep where the orange-brown color was adjacent to the blue consistent. For this one, I was trying to play around with the lighting and kind of get that golden hour look. I probably should have used a different color than this yellow, but I still think the lighting looks cool. I love taking pictures during golden hour when the sun is just setting. The white of the shirt was fun to draw, with all the little folds of the shoulder from the tension. Also, I love this muted reddish color for clothes. You know, what's amazing to me is the fact that even throughout the seasons and the weather changing, people changing, circumstances changing, God is always the same. He never changes. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That anchor, his steadfastness through all the chaos, has really been something I've hung on to recently. What I can't understand is that even when I'm changing and not showing up, Jesus is still there waiting for me when I come back. I am so grateful for that. Back to talking about the drawing, I tried to give the sweater a bit of that knit texture with dots of highlights. To give the jeans a bit of texture, I only did pencil strokes in the direction of the grain of the fabric, instead of blending with circular motions like usual. And I thought I would make a callback to her original drawing with the bright orange sweater and jeans. I'm not used to using bolder color choices in my drawings, but that's something I do want to experiment with and push at some point. So yeah, meet Brooke Roth. Comment any ideas you have for her, whether that be more personality traits or what makes you think of Autumn, or backstory ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Jesus loves you.